What's up, Soul Tribe? It's your girl Dominique with Empathic Guidance, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. Now, as you guys know, this is my 11 o'clock vlog, which is my lunchtime vlog. I pretty much do these every single day. Today, I am bringing up a topic to the forefront that I feel has been important, at least during this energy shift that we are going through at this time. I wonder if it'll be, nope, I'm not switching it, because every time I switch it, it ends up messed up, okay? So definitely not doing that. I'm gonna keep it just like this, because that's why I couldn't upload our morning vlog, because I messed up the camera this morning. So let me just keep it this way, and this is just totally fine, because it's only gonna be a limited amount of time before people start coming up in here. Y'all know how I go. But anyways, guys, I definitely wanted to bring this up about the shift in energy between the divine feminine and divine masculine energies. I don't know if it's due to this new moon that's coming in, but a lot of my divine feminine, a lot of people that watch me are divine feminine, okay? And so with that being said, I talk to a lot every single day. I deal with them on a personal level as well as on a professional level, as far as doing their readings and doing their readings on their divine masculine. The shift that I've been noticing with divine masculine right now is that divine masculine is being extremely stubborn, extremely standoffish, and for lack of better words, divine feminine is literally so fed up with it. We are getting to a point where we are tired of putting in the majority of the effort, sending healing vibes, reaching out, checking on each other. I mean, not even each other, but it's divine feminine collectively have been feeling like we putting in a majority of the effort. And maybe it's a lot of divine feminine that's not tired of that, but it is also a lot of divine feminine that is tired of that, and as a result is choosing to fall back and allowing the number one thing that keeps us aligned and balanced as divine feminine to take place, and that's receptivity. Us sitting in our divinity and allowing things to come to us is very important. Now everybody knows that the runner and chaser phase of the twin flame journey is an essential puzzle piece to the entire journey together. And typically it's always the male, or the divine masculine, divine male, that is the runner to start off, and then the energy shifts. Well, I feel like for the collective, or for the majority, we are at that shift at this moment, because even though divine masculine isn't in chaser mode, divine feminine is definitely stepping out of that chaser mode, and we just allowing divine masculine to run. So my divine male and I, we are not in union, but we are friends, and we don't speak every single day, but we at least check in with each other once a week. I don't know to what extent we care of each other, but I know we care about each other. We did go through a mishap not too long ago, or a few months ago, and so we still trying to heal, our trust and our connection from a situation that took place months ago. However, at this point, I'm starting to feel like I'm the only one that's trying to heal the situation. So with that being said, I'm deciding to take a back seat to it, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what is written. It doesn't matter what contracts are made in past lives to be fulfilled in this lifetime. The number one thing that trumps all is free will. And at the end of the day, as divine feminine, I do feel like we need to play our role as well. And like I said, it's not our job to be the action oriented ones, as far as when it comes down to pursuing a relationship. As you guys see, the Empress in tarot, she's sitting on a throne. She doesn't work for anything. She can be the boss lady, but at the same time, her emperor is the one that steps up and steps forward. So not only is this essential to the healing of the divine masculine collective, but it's also essential in the healing to the divine feminine, because this is not only hurting our egos, but in a way, it's also kind of going against what we already learned. Many of us have already been in a bunch of unrequited love situations where we poured and poured and poured into a cup of someone that wasn't pouring back. So if we've already essentially learned that lesson, our divine counterpart is not exempt from that. If they not putting in the effort just the way our karmics weren't putting in the effort, then that's when you take a step back. That's when you take a back seat and decide that you need to allow the divine masculine to do some healing on his own, to do some soul searching, to do some shadow work, to do whatever it is that he needs to do to kick his ass in high gear. Because at some point, the energies have to be exchanged. It can't be a one-way flow of energy, because we already know what happens after so long of that going on. Just like with the narcissist and empath, eventually we'll end up drained. We will end up not having the type of energy that we supposed to be able to attain and retain as it pertains to our divinity. And again, that is something that will literally spiritually stagnate us if we continue to go against universal law when it comes down to, you know, the receptivity of divine feminine. So it's okay, you guys. You know, you don't have to be enemies with your divine masculine. You don't have to be so upset that you're just ready to power punch his ass in the face, which I know a lot of us are. I'm not, you know, because I already know mishaps happen that need to be healed from. But at this time, I'm no longer actively trying to heal things. I feel like I put in enough effort to try to heal the connection, and from there, from here, I just feel that I have to let that manifest, you know, from the spiritual realm to the physical realm, which includes allowing my divine masculine to come to his senses, because I can't convince him for shit. And at the end of the day, you don't have to convince your divine masculine. They know what's good, but it's up to them to step towards you, or to step up and actually claim this union when they see fit. It's not up to us. We can't tell him, you know we meant to be, so come on, let's go. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you can do is continue to work on yourself. I know that my divine masculine activated my kundalini. I know that my divine masculine activated my intuition, or, you know, coming into contact with my divine masculine definitely activated my intuition. No matter how much I love tarot cards, I couldn't read tarot cards before I met my divine masculine. So, you know, I'm not giving him complete and total credit for that, because I know that the Most High vested me with that job, with this spiritual job of a tarot card reader and a healer and a teacher. So, and I know that not only because of those who claim me as that in their life, but also because of my numerology chart, because of my life path number, which I already told you guys was 11, even though I was choked up and didn't quite remember what it was, what was the name of that particular number. But yes, it is my life path number, and that is my spiritual job in this lifetime, is to be a teacher, a healer, a leader, and that's what I have always been without even trying my entire life. Everybody knows that deep inner knowing, and even before I knew it was something special about me, people have always flocked to me for answers, advice, or just to talk to, and that has never subsided. So essentially, I always knew that deep down that I would have some type of job in communications where I would lead the way and where I would guide people, because people love to sit on the phone with me for hours and receive advice. And like I said, this is way before this. So I was who I am before I even knew it. And with that being said, we know that we are goddesses. We know that we are empresses. And we know that our divine masculine is that too. They're gods and emperors. But in the same token, a lot of our divine masculines are essentially behind us when it comes down to this journey, are a little less accepting and receptive, but it's our job to be receptive. So if we are receiving resistance, then receive that. Okay, receive that resistance. When you are receiving efforts from your divine masculine, receive that, but allow them to be the ones to come forth. Because at the end of the day, do you really want to claim something that you feel is forced? Do you really want to be involved in something that you feel is unrequited? If that's what you've already experienced time and time again throughout your life, then why would you want to repeat that when you know if we don't evolve, we repeat? So, as divine feminine, we don't have room to repeat any more cycles. We don't have room to learn any more lessons. And if you continue to fight against the grain of what it is that the divine masculine is willing to go with the flow with, then you will continue to find yourself in the same situations with your divine masculine as you have been in the past with your karmic partners. So, with that being said, divine feminine, I hope that this provided you guys with some encouragement as well as some inspiration to just focus on yourselves at this time. And there's so many things that we can focus on, y'all, during this time of however long my divine male want to be in a funk. I'm going to be learning so many new things. I'm about to start diving deeper into astrology because I know that that would help. I'm definitely about to focus on my diet, my intake, my hair growth, my ascension, just everything. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time in prayer, meditation, isolation. And so at this time, I don't have time for resistance. You know, I get it. I feel it. I seen it yesterday when I tried to reach out and check on my divine male, and I felt that resistance. And at this time, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna let him soak. I'm gonna let him figure out that honestly, this can be a healing connection for him. That we are connected, and that no matter how much he try to shake it, that's just what it is. And whether or not we are meant to be together, we are meant to help each other grow on a spiritual level, you know what I'm saying, regardless to what our position in each other's lives is going to be. So I've accepted that, and now I have to step back and allow the acceptance of my divine male, allow him to come into the acceptance of the same thing. And I encourage the rest of the divine feminine that I talk to on an everyday basis to do the same thing. It's not our job to chase divine masculine forever. It's not. Yes, that's how it starts off, because it starts off as a beautiful connection that we both feel, that we both had that inner knowing. And then when shit get too intense, then divine male jumps ship. And from there, yes, we are like, oh no, we not letting this go, because this is different than any other connection I've ever experienced. So that's what give us the urge to chase. But that is not our job. So as soon as you feel like, okay, too much resistance, I'm getting hurt too much by the situation, I'm being ignored when I know my worth, then that's when it's time for you to pull back. So if you're feeling like that at this time, divine feminine, then pull the hell back. And divine feminine can be males. Whatever traits you exude the most, that is what your position is. And yes, I do have masculine traits, but I do feel like my feminine traits overpower that. So with that being said, yes, I am divine feminine. And at the end of the day, I love my divine masculine. He got a piece of my heart. I'm gonna continue to send him healing vibes from a distance, but I'm not reaching out no more, okay? I'm not putting no more effort. I know I'm freaking magical. I know I'm divine. I know my worth, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'm going to operate out of that. And when he